This is Alanda Gregory with Phoenix Rise Productions and Echelon Coaching. Welcome to day 3 and the last day of Empower to Dream webinar. I hope you all have enjoyed the first 2 nights. There was a lot of information to share, and tonight is the last and final night, and I have more information to share. Tonight, we will be talking about monitoring your thoughts and the power of I am. I would like to just give some acknowledgments. Thank you all that have chimed in, sent me questions and acknowledgments, and you want to go off the record. I do thank you for doing that and reaching out to me. Once again, I'm Alanda Gregory. I am a visionary coach. I assist in putting your ideas and ideals to reality. So basically, I help the creative professional. If you're not too sure exactly where you would like to go and what direction you go in, I can assist you with that. I am a life coach. I am experienced in coaching professionals, and basically what I do, I give you a game plan and you follow it. So if you want more information on my coaching, you can call me at 815-277-1048, or you can visit my page on Facebook under Goldie Loves You. All right, so we're going to go right into it. So once again, this is day 3, and we are talking about monitoring your thoughts and the power of I am. So we're going to cover the thought process and how we have our ability to create the dreams we desire. I want you to grasp an understanding of what this look like. You know, how your words frame your world around you. We are creators. Everything we need is on the inside of us. And there's so many different things. Every time you look up and you look around where you live, what you use, someone created that. It was a creation of theirs. They had an idea, they brought it to life, and they were able to, give it to the world, So basically, you have the same ability. All you have to do, you're stopping the belief system that have you stuck, that you can't, move forward. All right. Also, you want to change your experience with just 2 words. There's 2 words, and I said it earlier, I am. You can do this on a daily basis. Every waking thought, you have to change your conversation about who you are, what you are, and how you can move forward. So this is the last day of the seminar, but this will be your beginning of getting what you desire. So tonight we're going to cover love, the ultimate motivator, the self-conversation, how you talk to yourself and how you talk yourself in and out of what you want, the watered down experience, changing your paradigm, seize the opportunities and failure, and I am is the key. What is love exactly? Love is a motivator. And so let's break that down before we go any further. Now, the last 2 nights, I've broken down the belief system, what it is, subconsciously and consciously. Yesterday, we talked about the 3 rules of confidence, no doubt, no fear, no intimidation. Okay, that's okay in theory. You all may be thinking like, okay, I can do this. But there's something else. There's a key ingredient into all of that, because in order to get to the no doubt, no fear, no intimidation, you have to first have that foundation of love. All right. So we have to speak about this because it's really about how we feel about ourselves. How do you feel about yourself? Do you really love yourself? And it's easy to say, yeah, I love myself, but do you really love yourself? Just take time out to think about that. So the way we speak to ourselves is ultimately the way we view ourselves. So if you sit back and you mess up something, or you think you messed up something, or you did something, you feel guilty, and you're thinking like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have done that, and what's wrong with you? And you get all these different things that you're speaking over yourself without even realizing that you're speaking down on yourself. And this is a programmed conversation that we've had, that we've taken on when we were younger. We were punished or scolded, and our parents will say this, and we took on that conversation about ourselves. So we do this on a daily basis. Think about it. You love someone, or you do anything for somebody. You're in a relationship, or you're courting, and you do everything you can to make them feel good. You don't talk about them. You don't criticize them. You think twice about offending them. You love them so much. You want them to feel, you don't want them to feel uncomfortable around you. Well, what about yourself? It's the same thing. If you don't want to do that to people on the outside of you, why do you do it to yourself? Why do we look outside ourselves to be validated? Why do we do that? We can validate ourselves. If we can just stop and know that we have everything inside of us, and we validate ourselves, the world around us, people around us will be more attracted to that. More people will want to to cater your business and see what you're talking about. But when you have this you're unsure about yourself or any uncertainty, you're going to have that. It's called resistance. And then I go more into that. I have a seminar, or actually a course that I do for 12 weeks, and I break all of this down. So these 3 nights have been pretty much a precursor, as I said, to the Genius Protection Plan. So we look outside of ourselves to be validated. We look for love from others rather than learning to love ourselves. And then the self-talk. That's when the self-talk, as I said, the self-talk, we talk about ourselves, but yet we can be so nice to other people. You're doing yourself an injustice, right? So you really can't love your neighbor, quote unquote, as you love yourself. Just think about that for a minute, okay? So we have to really begin to love ourselves and be willing to practice love on a daily basis. When you're motivated to love yourself, your speech about yourself will change. You'll start doing that work about how to love yourself. And it's a book that I've read, and I've had it, and I have it on my Kindle, by Louise Hay, How to Love Yourself. She has step-by-steps on how you love yourself, how to be gentle with yourself, how to be kind with yourself, how to stop criticizing yourself. This is all in that, as I said, about the self-talk, the self-conversation. And this is going on to my second point, the self-conversation, how you talk yourself in or out of what you want. You can talk yourself into it, but then you talk yourself out of it because then you don't believe you can do it. So sometimes with all those mini projects that we start and then we don't finish because something's come up because we don't think we can do it. That's the self-conversation that I'm talking about. So in order to get past, as I said, with the love, you have to really know what that is to love yourself, and then your self-conversation. And so it is actually, as I said, on the first day, we talked about a subconscious. It's on a subconscious level. And we learned this conversation as in early childhood. So this self-conversation is something that we've been doing for so long, and we really not conscious about the conversation we have with ourselves. So you pretty much, if you're over the age of 21, or even whatever age over 21, up until 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, you understand the rules of what to do and what not to do. There are basic ground rules of what to do, what's not to do. Then there's other rules that other people say that you should not do that and you can't do that. But those are the unwritten rules. Those are just rules that were just those beliefs that had been passed on and passed down. So you keep being reminded of these rules, of these do's and these don'ts. So that self-conversation is speaking to you constantly. So it's actually stopping you. It's stopping you from moving forward. So say that you're working and you want to quit working and you want to start a full-time business. You talk to other people that never did it before, and you just listen to them, and you go back home and like, well, you know what? Maybe they're right. I can't do it. If I quit my job, that's foolish. I'm not going to quit my job, because if I quit my job, I won't be able to do anything. And then, why would I start a new business? Everything I'm doing right now is fine. You're talking yourself out of it. That's that self-conversation that you shouldn't have in the first place. Because if you already had an idea that you want to do something, that didn't just come from anywhere. That's your heart's desire. That's a dream that you had. You can do it. You have to put people around you to support your vision and your dreams and your ideas. This is why there are business coaches, why there are counselors. You want to be around someone that's going to push you forth and empower you to live out the dream that you have, or your idea. You have to stay away from that, because that self-conversation will not stop until you stop it, for one, until you change the conversation about yourself. That is when that self-conversation will stop. Okay? So your conversation with yourself has to, you really have to know that your desire is attainable. Okay? So the next point we're moving to is the watered down experience. So I have an example about the watered down experience. Have you just ever, you see a movie trailer and you see this movie and it's something that really excites you and you really can't wait for it to come out, and they promote this movie for months and weeks, and you make plans for it. You want to go see it, and it's just I really have to see this movie. And you get to the movie, you watch the movie, you see it, and your expectations were, it fizzed out, because it was nothing like the trailer, nothing like how you saw it, and you're disappointed. We have that same experience. Have you ever been around a group of people when you come up with, like I said, and you have an idea, and you're constantly talking about this idea, you're constantly talking about it, and you're like, oh, I got this idea, and you haven't done anything, you're just talking about it. And pretty much what happens is, when you talk about it so much, you actually try to create a shortcut to get into it. So by the time you actually started doing it, you talked about it so much, it's already out there. You pretty much convinced yourself it's done, or you don't convince yourself it's done. So basically, it's watered down. Once you talked about it so much, you watered it down. It's not exciting to even pursue anymore, because it was a watered down experience. So after speaking so much about it, about what you want to do, it's like you lack the motivation to do it. You just lose, okay. And it's not intentional. It's just that really on a subconscious level, it's over with, because you talked about it so much. So your experience for the intentions become watered down. You really have to know when you set to do something and you're excited about it. There's nothing wrong being excited about it. There's nothing wrong sharing among people that you think will be interested in it, but it's also better to write it down, to start implementing plans for it, to set goals for it, to see what's attainable. How are you going to get to that? Stop talking so much about it. This is with this self-conversation. You have so many conversations with yourself, and then you go outside yourself to be validated, and then you water down the experience. These last 3 days were about yourself, how you can obtain your desire, how you can live out your dreams. Stop the validation. Stop going outside of yourself to be validated, because if you don't get it, it leads to disappointment, and then you stop because you feel no one is supporting you. It's not that no one supports you. It's just that they don't understand. They just see like, okay, you're just talking or whatever. Everyone can't hold the vision that you have. But when you do get someone that want to hold the vision and get in the trenches with you, that is a great team. You can build your team, but first you have to start from you. You have to be a great leader. You have to make a commitment that you're going to ride out what you put your mind to do. You're going to ride it out. And that comes to the next point. Changing your paradigm. One of the other keys of reprogramming your beliefs, you have to be committed to shifting your old ways of doing. You have to be committed to changing some of those old things that no longer serve you. You have to take charge of your thoughts, your self-conversation. Your thoughts provoke the self-conversation. You have to make a straight up change in life to move forward. You have to recognize your learning style. How do you learn? How is it that what practices worked for you? What type of research do I need to do in order to bring forth this vision that I have? Even if you have a degree, you have a lot of expertise, you still are open to learning because this is a new change for you. If you're looking to do a new business, a new project, you still have to do more learning. So you have to pretty much reset your subconscious with words and image and thought. And that's another thing. We have to change our imaging faculty. We have to stop looking for an outcome and seeing an end result as a catastrophe or it not working, because you are imagining before you even start out to do. You have to change that. Your whole paradigm have to change. And that's from reprogramming your beliefs, eliminating beliefs that no longer serve you. Start changing your mind. Write your plan down. Get what you want on paper. Don't talk about it so much. Change your thoughts. And I went over that. Love yourself. You're going to have to really get hold of that, grasp that, because your self-talk is is really what's going to keep you going. It's going to keep you moving. It's going to keep you keep you focused on on the goal that you have. So you want to just be mindful of your self-talk. All right. So you definitely want to understand the faculty of our minds. All right. The paradigm is a result of your life. You become what you think about. If you do not have what you desire, it's because you constantly thought about not having it. Can you see that? If you thoughts on lack is what you get. If you're focusing on I don't have, you won't have it because you're focusing on it. Okay, so then let me give you a few little pointers on your self-talk. You have to stop the silent self-talk. Pay attention to what you say outside of yourself, your conversations with yourself, and what you write. And start recording yourself. Just get comfortable with talking to yourself. Get in the mirror and talk to yourself. Record yourself. Get a video. Record yourself. Be comfortable with yourself, because you believe it or not, a lot of people are not comfortable with themselves. That's why they won't talk to themselves, or you look in a mirror, or take pictures, or you don't like what you see, you can change it, but be okay with who you are. And I will get to that later. You have to be okay with who you are. That comes from loving yourself. Love yourself, forgive yourself, be gentle with yourself, be easy, because you are who you are. And there's, and the only way you're going to change who you are is become someone else. And that's not fun when you are a duplicate of someone else, because you can't live someone else's life. It's impossible. You are the only you in this world. Even if you're a twin, you're still two individuals. You are the only you. And here's our next point. Seize the opportunities in failure. It's okay to fail. It's even better to learn from your failure. Most successful people can tell you about their failures, and they can tell you how many times they failed, and they're very successful. What we see on the outside of successful people is their success. We don't know what it took for them to get there unless we were in their close circle. But more often we're not. We don't see that. We just see the glory. We don't see the story. And I know you all heard that cliche. No one knows the story behind the glory. If you decide to take on something new and you want to transform your life, You have to be okay with failing. You're going to fail. You're going to keep bumping your head and going through something and missing some things, but that's okay. Failure teaches us to appreciate our experience. You look at it from another view, like, all right, I fell on my face. Now I fell on my face. Let me see what I need to do so I won't do it again. And if I fall again, I'm pretty sure it'd be differently, but I'm going to learn from that and I'm going to take note of it and I'm going to keep going. If you look at all the technology, look at the planes, the cars, all of those start from an idea. It started from someone to step out and say, I want to do this. And trust me, they have failed. They failed before they actually had the finished product. All right. So we want to further study and research and try new methods when we fail. So pay attention to the failure. It's okay to fail. Forgive yourself. Don't allow the old ways of thinking to stop you. Don't go back to this. I shouldn't have done it. I know I shouldn't have done that. I know I shouldn't have tried this. It's not going to work. Don't give into that, because if you had the idea in the first place, it is for you to keep going. It is for you to manifest it. No matter how long it takes, you're going to get there. Just do it, because you would rather for it to be 10 years and your idea has picked up a little bit or is in the works of being something great, rather it being 10 years and you're looking at yourself and like, why didn't I do that? Or you're regretting it, right? Okay, so seize the opportunity of that failure and try and try and try and try and try again. There is a blessing in failure. So remember that there is a blessing in failure. If we got everything that we wanted on the first try, it would be watered down. We wouldn't appreciate what we had. You will see people that win the lottery and they've been broke all their lives and they win a lottery. There's countless stories of how all these people, some people win the lottery and blow their money in the first year and they're broke or homeless a year or two afterwards. That is because they did not just they didn't work, they didn't have a full understanding of what they had. So they just released it. Okay. So seize the opportunities in failure. And I am. So the past 2 nights we covered our beliefs, how we believe, and how we allow our beliefs to hold us back or push us forward. We also learned that confidence has 3 rules or components. So it's either 3 rules or components. So tonight, as I said about the motivation, love is a motivator, and the I am, this key phrase is I am, is going to ignite your affirmations. It is so important to know that these 2 words, I am is power. It's for you. And the Bible calls I am, it means being, life, awareness, unconditioned consciousness, self-originating spirit. I am is like the word of God. That's what it says in the Bible. So it creates by itself. Can you hear that? I am is a precursor to anything you want to desire, what you desire, anything you want. I am grateful. I am wealthy. I am successful. I am healthy. I am proud. I am love. I am divinity. I am connected to divine source. This constant motivator is what you're going to constantly tell yourself. You can use these in affirmations. And when you use these in affirmations, you watch how your subconscious will start programming that for you. Watch how things around you start shifting. Your paradigm is going to shift when you start using those 2 words, because you're going to stop saying the words you were saying before, like can't, I'm unable. Those things are focusing more on lack. So you want to attach I am to things of prosperity, things of abundance, things that are blessings to your life instead of cursings pretty much to your life. I am is who you are. And trust me, as I said, they are two more powerful words. They're the most powerful words in your vocabulary. I am. It's your total you. No one else can be I am for you. You are. I am. I am. I am. And as we conclude tonight, I'm going to go over some pointers and things that you can take away, and you can start working on this work. All right. Next, we have you change your outlook, you change your life. So I'm going to give you 10 things on how you can start changing your beliefs. 1, forgive yourself and others. Nothing is perfect as we see it. Other people aren't perfect. We have to let go of judgment of ourselves and of other people. What we don't understand is the way we see other people is pretty much a reflection or something we don't want to see in ourselves. When you focus more on yourself, when you are checking yourself and not controlling what you do, but being present with who you are and the capacity you're in, you leave less room for judgment of other people. If someone did something to you to make you believe you're something else, or you're hurt, or there was some heartbreak, and you want to say, you holding things against them, you have to understand that we all become into an awareness that other people do not. And we all come in different levels of awareness. So you have to forgive other people in order for you to move forward. Because I know you heard this saying, unforgiveness is like you taking poison and expecting the other person to die. That's what unforgiveness is. You want to forgive other people and forgive yourself. When you get to a realization that, yes, I'm not perfect. Yes, I beat myself up over many things. I feel guilty and whatever. Guilt is an illusion. Forgive yourself. Once you start forgiving yourself, you're going to start seeing things just start unfolding right before your very eyes. And it's okay. It's okay to be where you are. You are the best version of you at this very moment. And every day you get better. So be easy with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Accept yourself. Forgive yourself. That's number 2. Accept yourself, good or bad. Accept yourself. Number 3, release what no longer serves you. That goes back to what I was saying about forgiveness and acceptance. If something that doesn't serve you and you're just holding it and carrying it around like a dead weight, let it go. Release the need to be right. It doesn't serve you. Being right just starts a whole conversation that you have to validate. You have to be validated outside yourself. Release what no longer serves you. Be thoughtful of what you say. Be thoughtful not only what you say to yourself, but to other people. Because you have to understand, everything we speak out of ourselves comes back. It's almost like a boomerang effect. You have to be careful on how you talk to other people, what you say to other people, how you act with other people. You have to be very thoughtful of what you say and how you say it. Number 5, focus on the good parts of your day. If you have been just noticing that the neighbors are parking in your parking spot, the kids are tearing up your front yard, but yet you have a whole new bush of roses growing, and someone called you today about some good news, but you're more focused on what happened, or someone took your parking spot, or any little thing that really irritated you. Stop focusing on that, because those are just things that come up. And if it comes up, check in with yourself. Figure out what is exactly, why am I irritated by this? It's nothing. Why am I irritated by it? Okay, so just focus on the good parts. If something's going on and it got you a little irritated, and then you get a phone call or a visit, don't start going in about. Don't go in complaining. That's pretty much what I want to say. Don't complain, because complaining is focusing on the bad parts of the day, or the bad parts of yesterday, or last week, or last year, or 10 years ago. Why? Focus on the good parts of your day. And if you don't have any good parts of your day, make a commitment to yourself that the next day something good is going to happen to you. You're going to find some good in something. Make a commitment to yourself, because you know how this is going to work, because you're going to apply in the beginning what I said about loving yourself. Once you start getting into the conversation of loving yourself, you're going to be able to do this. Focus on the good parts of your day. Number 6, don't take what others say personal. Remember, you're listening to this. And if you're listening to this, that means you have made a commitment to yourself that you are looking for something more in life. You want to go into the next level of your being. You want to be empowered. You took that step already. Remember, other people may not be there yet. So if someone says something to you that's in a personal attack, or they try to say something and you get a little offended by it, don't be offended by it. Yes, we all have feelings. I'm saying turn that off. Not saying don't react, but just sit inside of that for a minute. Don't try to figure out and try to dissect them and try to figure out why they said it and something's wrong with them. No, just don't take it personal, because somebody could be having a bad day and they want to lash out on somebody. Don't take it personal, because guess what? You have so much love on the inside of you. What they say don't bother you, because you are who you are. You love who you are. You accept who you are. You release all that other stuff. So what someone say to you is, don't take it personal. Number 7, be mindful of others. Be mindful of their beliefs. And it's okay it's okay for them to believe that, and be okay with what you believe. Be okay with what they believe. That's where harmony starts. That's when harmony comes in. When you are okay with others' beliefs, because they come from a whole set and background from you. So if someone believes one way, you can't argue with them. Why argue with them? Your beliefs are not like theirs. There goes that validation again, because if you're looking to be validated and you're going to argue with them because you're trying to prove them right, or prove yourself right to them. You're trying to get validation so they can change their mind. No. Be mindful of their beliefs and be okay with what they believe. Number 8, visualize yourself doing what you always dreamed of doing. Create a vision board. Create a vision board. If you need several vision boards, get them. Put pictures on them. Write something on it. Write how you want to look. Write what you want to be doing. You just put it out there. Every day, our mental faculty needs an image. So we can constantly program. We can constantly program our subconscious of what we want. A vision board is very instrumental in reprogramming your belief system. Number 9, speak to yourself like you speak to a lover. It is okay to say, I love you to yourself. It is okay to tell yourself something really good, like, hey, you're beautiful. There is no one else like you in this world. I love spending time with you. Speak to yourself like that. Get in the mirror and do it. And if you feel uncomfortable, good, because that means you're breaking ground. Get in the mirror and speak to yourself. Speak to yourself like you speak to a lover. And love who you are and where you are. If there are some things that you need to do about as far as like nutrition and health is concerned, and is really like affecting you, start making changes. When you start loving yourself, you're going to start taking away some of the things that you felt addicted to or you thought that you needed. When you start getting more focused in on who you are and start paying attention to your body and things like that, I'm not saying what the world see as small or skinny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying of how you feel on a daily basis. If you're feeling sluggish, if you're feeling sick, or you're constantly sick, or have indigestion, heartburn, start listening to your body. The part of love is when you are catering to the needs of someone, catering to the needs of something. That's what love is. So if you really love yourself, you want to start catering to the needs of your body. This is the only body you have in this existence. It's your house. It's your temple. You live in it. And I am not making any judgments on what you put in your body. But if you're feeling your body feeling a certain way about it, start paying attention to it. Love who you are. Love where you are. Give your body the much needed attention it needs. If you need to get away and get pampered, go get your pedicure, manicure, facial, massage, travel, get away, rest. Love who you are. Love where you are. And when you start making these changes and start changing your outlook on yourself, your life is going to start changing dramatically. And let me give you a piece of information. There will be people around you that will be uncomfortable with it. They're not going to like it because some people do not like change, especially if they see you're changing. There's a threat to them because they have a fear that you're going to detach from them or you're going to not like them. That's their conversation. Let them have that conversation to themselves. If they're curious about what's going on, lovingly bring them in to what you're doing. Have a dialogue with them, just like, hey, I'm trying this thing out and this is what I'm doing. I joined a dance class, different things, whatever. Include them in the conversation, but do not allow them to change your conversation. Okay, so I'm going to give you the 10 things again, the 10 ways you can start changing your beliefs. 1, forgive yourself and others. 2, accept yourself, good and bad. 3, release what no longer serves you. 4, be thoughtful of what you say. 5, focus on the good parts of your day. 6, don't take what others say personal. 7, be mindful of others' beliefs and be okay with what they believe. 8, visualize doing what you always dreamed of doing. Create a vision board. Create vision boards. Create more than one. 9, speak to yourself like you speak to a lover. And 10, love who you are. All right? Affirmations. You want to start working on your affirmations. So if you go down that list of the 10 things I told you that start changing your life, start working on affirmations. Affirmations to a brand new you. Affirmations are statements and proclamations about yourself. Now, like I said, from the list I've mentioned, you're going to create your affirmations. When you change the view of yourself, you can change your life. And affirm, and your affirmations affirm what you want to see, what you do see. And start use the I am at the beginning of your affirmations. Get some index cards. If you get index cards and start writing I am, and whatever it is you put behind there, put I am. Never put the word I am not. Don't put not behind it, or unable or impossible. Don't use that. Put I am love. Start with that. I am beautiful. I am great. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I'm successful. I'm going to give you a few references at the end of this. So what you want to do, there's a reference out there, Louise Hay book, Heal Your Life and Love Yourself. Try those 2 books. Those help you get into the conversation about yourself and about how you can heal your life. If you have any ailments that you're dealing with, it would go more into metaphysical of how to heal your life. The Love Yourself, that would actually help you into changing your conversations about yourself, how to be easy with yourself. All right. So this is the last night of Empower to Dream. Thank you so much for participating. This concludes it. This concludes the web series. There will be more web series and workshops coming. I do want to talk about the Genius Protection Plan that's coming out in in June. It comes out in June 2015. It's June 16th. It will be a 12-week workshop or course. And on this 12-week course, you will go deeper into reprogramming your system, reprogramming your belief system. You'll be going deeper into manifesting your dreams. And basically what the Genius Protection Plan does, it assists you in left brain and right brain technology, how you get your rational side of your brain to work hand in hand with your right side and creative side of your brain. So we're going to integrate the two so you can live the maximum potential of your desires and dreams and anything you want to accomplish. That's what the Genius Protection Plan is for. For more information on one-on-one coaching, you can contact me directly, 815-277-1048, or you can go to Facebook and find my fan page, Goldie Loves You. And if you want to email me, you can do that as well. Phoenix Group Inc. 2 @gmail.com. Once again, this concludes the 3-day web series, Empower to Dream. I am Alanda Gregory. Thank you so much. Until the next time, peace.